Welcome to Apeldoorn, to the General Assembly 2021.
Apeldoorn is at the heart of the natural Veluwe Ridge and surrounded by nature. With a population of more than 163,000, it is one of the Netherlands' top 10 cities. The spacious and wooded surroundings give the city its own highly distinctive character. The streetscape is dominated by green. Apeldoorn is also home to the stately Loo Palace, the former summer residence of the Dutch royal family. Whatever you're looking for, Apeldoorn has it. The modern city centre offers endless opportunities to shop, and there are numerous venues for a great night out. You can explore unique nature and culture. Lovers of architecture will also delight in the city's many noteworthy buildings. In Apeldoorn, you can visit the best festivals and terraces and find the most beautiful places to stay fit.
Adriaan, we never talked about the circular economy before when I met you. We talked only about waste management and how to reduce it. But what happened?
Well, waste management is, it's not actually something about the 10R model or the ladder of Lansing. But imagine, I was started here 3 years ago by the municipality of Apeldoorn, and I wasn't aware of circularity or circular economy at all.
Me either.
And we went to Freiburg, did you know?
Yeah,
in the summer, in the car, we went to Freiburg and we met our CityLoops partners. Colleagues. And we talked about circularity and we were thinking about, what if?
Yes, what if? And then it resulted in 2 work packages in CityLoops with colleagues and other things, and it feels now we are in a part of CityLoops that the big wheel is starting to turn, and it's pretty amazing feeling. That big city hall of ours is moving. People are thinking about circularity, and that's some part it comes from CityLoops. Several new circular projects now have started and ever since, and colleagues are now more aware than ever that circular economy is coming and is making the world better. It made us aware that circularity is not only about prevention, reuse and recycle. What I figured out is what you already figured out, that circularity is about transition, and transition about human behavior, and that's very important and very difficult.
Well, that's what I figured out as well. Remember when we in the start we have a lot of virtual meetings.
A lot of them.
About the material passport, about material bank, how can we exchange materials. Everybody says what is good for us. But you learn the most when you're walking through the path, the circle paths.
Making the circle.
You learn to rethink.
Yeah.
Once again.
In CityLoops, we receive a kind of mirror. What's going in, what's going out of materials. We now know what's important, but we are still have a long way to go. It will take us many, many years to know exactly how many import and exports of materials pass through Apeldoorn. And how we can use this information to benefit or transition to the circular economy. We have to keep on pushing.
Yeah, that makes me aware of also the evaluation plan. I know it is important, but we have to realize what the impact is, but we even do not know what the impact of Apeldoorn will be. We don't have a policy on circular economy. So CityLoops makes us aware of a lot of things, but the continuous process will be hard to roll out in the organization.
And that makes it hard that CityLoops is not only a technical issue, it's more for the municipality, but it's more an organizational question. It has to make sure that the organization has to change. And that's a pretty hard thing to do. It costs a lot of time. We have the chance to change the interaction with our internal stakeholders, our colleagues in our municipality of Apeldoorn. We have to learn to work on another way. We are in a transition.
So we have to work more together, more in a collaboration way. Weren't there some issues about collaboration in Work Package 2, Sander?
I don't want to talk about it. I know I have to change. I have to change a little bit of my habits in this project, but we all have to change. We all have to change our habits. We can't keep up working like the way we always do. We have to start earlier with circular economy in our projects. That's very important.
Does that mean that when we think about business models in this circular economy, we have to think about policy models?
We think business models.
Okay. From policy models, we have to think about the economic impact, the social impact, the environmental impact. We have to translate those to policy models. In our demonstration phase, in biowaste, we talk about bokashi. Bokashi is a material which improves the soil. We talk about biochar. Biochar is like kind of stuff like this. It has to improve the soil as well. Wageningen Research did some investigation about which materials are good for those two business models. We talk also about the models in litter. Can we reduce the litter next to the roads? Also, another business case is about can we make paper out of grass? We have grass everywhere, so why don't we make paper out of it? And last but not least, can we make from Japanese knotweed 3D products? Wageningen did some research about what kind of products we can make, because it must be hard, but it must also be strong. So we would like to demonstrate what kind of materials we can make.
You could actually print 3D models with knotweed?
Well, yes, it could be, yeah. Well, and we do believe that the top of the 10R model or the ladder of Lansing is to evaluate biowaste. So Sander, where's your work package about?
Now, while you were busy making your own business models about biowaste, I was making my own business model about concrete and demolition waste. We make from old bricks, new bricks, and these new bricks 100%, almost 100% circular, a little bit thicker than the old ones.
This one?
Yeah, this one. And we make a new road of it. Yeah, we have to think bigger. We have to think more in a higher perspective. Make sure that we start small, but scale up very fast. I dream of matching supply and demand in a very early stage in a project. I will demonstrate it with an animated video I made for it.
Municipalities continuously rebuild and renovate. This is necessary to keep public spaces livable and to respond to new developments. But what happens to the old material? Let's take a look at this brick, for example. In theory, this brick could perfectly well be reused, but that rarely ever happens in practice. Despite goodwill, people within the municipality face complex processes with many stakeholders and are facing financial restrictions. That's why we took a closer look at these processes together with the involved stakeholders, and it turned out that reuse is possible. By using a new combination of techniques, data on materials can be collected and added to existing databases. By making this data available to trading platforms, a new use can be found for this brick. By adding these innovations in the current construction and renovation process of municipalities, we learned that the solution to a circular way of working does not lie within one construction project, but can be found in the larger picture of material flows. Linking this to the municipality's multi-year plans, it becomes clear when materials will be available for reuse. New uses can be found for each material, and a new project can be realized with previously used materials. If all municipalities take part, we can make circularity a success. That's why we have developed tools that municipalities can use to take the first steps in getting started with circularity themselves. Are you curious about these examples, or do you want to get started yourself? Take a look at our website.
That's really interesting. I'm looking forward to see the results here in Apeldoorn.
Let's make a circular society.
Yes, that's what we should do. Thank you for watching this video.
Hey, have a nice day.